Hey there, in this video I'm going to show you how to take apart and replace the screen on your Apple iPhone 15. Let's go. My name's Sergio, and in this channel I make life-saving tech videos. So if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and I'm going to have a lot of useful links in the description down below. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is power the phone off. So press and hold volume down and the lock button till the slide to power off option appears and power it off. Here are the tools that we're going to use for this repair. So we're going to need a couple different screwdrivers, a Pentalobe screwdriver, a tri-tip screwdriver, and a Phillips head screwdriver. We're going to be using this very thin metal open prying tool as well as this plastic prying tool for help as well. So first off, we're going to be removing the two Pentalobe screws at the bottom of the iPhone 15 with the Pentalobe screwdriver. And make sure that the screwdriver is in all the way so that you don't strip these screws. Next up, we're going to place the iPhone face first on a hot plate. You can also use a heat gun or a hairdryer if you have one. This step is not necessary, but it is very helpful to remove the screen of the device because the heat will soften the glue adhesive holding the screen to the frame. If you are going to use some heat, make sure you don't put it too much above 110 degrees Celsius so you don't burn the internals of the device. So once your phone is hot enough, go ahead and put some gloves on. I'm going to use some gloves so that I can hold the phone and not burn my hand. Go ahead and grab the phone, and we're going to start prying with the thin metal prying tool around the sides of the device, gently lifting up on the screen. Once you have the metal prying tool in under the screen of the phone, you can push it slightly in and then use the help of the other secondary prying tool to also wedge it in there and keep it in place, helping keep the screen open and the adhesive from gluing back together. If you notice some pressure towards the middle of the screen, it's because there's a small clip there that will probably be still held in place. So there you'll have to stick in the prying tool and gently pry it up so that the clip is released. And remember, it's going to have one clip on each side of the phone, so remove both of them. Once the both clips are released, it's easier to go around the entire frame of the device, separating the screen from the frame, and the screen will gently start to separate even more. However, you are going to have to spin the screen to the left side of the phone. We're going to have to flip the screen upwards like you see here because there will be some cables attached from the screen to the body of the phone. And if you do it the opposite way, you can rip those cables. So next up, with the tri-tip screwdriver, we're going to go ahead and remove the first screw, which is holding down the bracket and flex cable for the screen display. And then once the screw is removed, we can go ahead and just gently lift up on the bracket and release it. Then we can go ahead with the prying tool and release the flex cable connection. Once again, with the tri-tip screwdriver, we're going to go ahead and remove the top screw holding the top bracket, which is for a sensor. Once the screw is removed, we can go ahead and remove the bracket and then disconnect the flex cable. Once both cables are disconnected, you can go ahead and pull apart from the screen from the frame, and the rest of the adhesive will be released, and you'll separate the phone into two parts: the body of the phone with the motherboard and everything in there, and the screen of the phone, which is what we will be replacing in this video. So for this next step, we're going to need the Phillips head screwdriver to remove one screw holding down this bracket at the top of the screen assembly. And this is going to be released in order to gently peel off and remove the sensor on the screen of the phone. So that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. Your new screen that you order will look exactly like this. So make sure you order a high quality screen. I'm also going to have links down below in the description so where you can get a screen. So once you have the screen, all you pretty much have to do is do everything in reverse order. So first off, we're going to go ahead and install the sensor back onto the screen assembly. So position the sensor properly and then just push it into the slot, and then you can go ahead and give some pressure around the rest of the cables and they should glue back down to the screen. Once you're ready, we can go ahead and place the bracket back on. It will have a little hinge on the right hand side that you'll have to insert first, and then it'll loop right over, and then you can place the Phillips head screw back on. So once that sensor and screw is back on, we're ready to connect the flex cables back onto the motherboard of the device. So we're gonna go ahead and connect the main one first. So position it properly and then press it in, and you should feel a slight click. Once you feel that, you can rest assured that the cable is connected. And do the same thing for the sensor cable at the top. Once both cables are connected, you can make sure by pressing down with the plastic prying tool, make sure that they're fully connected. And the next thing you want to do before we completely put the phone back together is you want to turn on the phone and test the new screen. Make sure everything works properly before completely closing the device. So once we're ready, we're going to go ahead and place the brackets back on top of each of the flex cables. So remember, they have a little hinge that must be placed first, and then position the small little hole to put the tri-tip screws back on. So once the two tri-tip screws are back in holding the brackets, now we're ready to close the phone with the screen. So position the screen, align it properly with the frame of the phone. So we're going to do the top first, and we're going to gently push it in on the top first so that it's aligned. And then we're going to go around the sides of the phone here and make sure you push it in the middle. That is where the clip is, so that it will clip into place. And then once you push all around the entire phone and the screen is flush in the frame of the phone, we can go ahead and place the two Pentalobe screws at the bottom of the iPhone 15. So that is how you replace the screen assembly of your Apple iPhone 15. So it's super easy. This is actually the easiest iPhone to remove and replace the screen out of all the iPhones I have ever done, because there's just less sensors and less cables and less screws to remove from the actual screen. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash the like button. That really helps me out and the channel. And comment down below and let me know if the video helped you out. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. As always, peace.